Hi everyone, it's Sonny McDonald here, and I thought I would jump on this Friday to talk about leadership. We recently wow, it was amazing. We had our leadership awards a few weeks ago. They were incredible. Talk about inspiration. Seeing 250 leaders in a room celebrating and recognizing and showcasing kind, courageous, and inclusive leadership was incredible. So I thought I'd jump on today to inspire you all to embrace leadership, to see yourself as a leader. I'm a great believer that great humans make great leaders and great leaders are great humans. So remember, leadership isn't a role or title. It's absolutely not a role or title. It's an attitude, it's an action, it's a choice. And let's not make leadership bigger than what it is. And I think seeing all those people in the room when we had our gala event a few weeks ago, you know what it gave me? It gave me hope. It gave me hope. I see so much negativity when it comes to leadership on social media and the news, that having all those people in the room gave me hope that, you know what, we can all make a difference. And remember, as I said, leadership isn't a role or title. It's an attitude and it's a choice and it's an action. So how can you be a great leader? How can you be a great human, right? Embrace leadership. I know, obviously it's in my blood. I'm so passionate about it. And when we think about leadership, right? Leadership is about a choice. It is about an attitude and a mindset. I want you to think about, if you have that mindset of leadership, if you wake up and you set your focus to how can I be the best version of myself? How can I be truly solid? How can I be truly authentic and genuine? Start looking at how you can start learning leadership. Grab some books about leadership. There's some great free resources around leadership. We have a fantastic blog. It's an award-winning blog. Again, it's free. Start opening up your growth mindset. And you know what? This is a really powerful tool. If I showed you my office and my home, you would be blown away the amount of books, self-development and leadership books that I read. I even write books. If you would love us to recommend some books, I have published a book called Leadership Attitude. This is not about plugging my book, but I'm that passionate about it. I've written 3 books about it. I would love you to reach out to us if you'd love a copy of the book, because I can give you a free code, to give you a discount around it. But also see it as an attitude, see it as a mindset. Because there's so many times I walk into rooms and I'll say to people, who here sees himself as a leader? And so many people, when I'm speaking in events or workshops, don't put up their hand. And I get it. I think humility is a great aspect of leadership. However, if you don't embrace it, right? And at the end of my workshops and keynotes, it's really great to ask the same question and have everyone put up their hand and take them on a journey, because I'm trying to kind of switch the mindset, the leadership mindset, the view of that it is a mindset. So start learning leadership, grab some books, read blogs. Harvard Business Review has some great articles as well. Start learning about leadership. I think if you want to be a great leader, start with self-awareness. This is really important. A lot of people jump into kind of learning about leadership or embracing this world of leadership, and they're kind of like, just give me the tools. Just give me the tools. How do I lead my teams effectively? How do I lead others effectively? How as a leader, do I inspire others to learn more, do more, and be more, right? That's leadership. However, it has to start with self. So I would implore you to go and get some feedback from others, do some diagnostics or assessments. There's so many free ones you can do. Just get that self-awareness happening. Get to know who you are, get to know your preferences, get to know your strengths. I'm a big one around StrengthsFinder, Gallup. There's so many assessments, tools. Asking for feedback is a wonderful one. Sitting down and thinking about who you are, like what you're passionate about. What are your superpowers? What are those things that you would love to sharpen? What are those things that you would love to learn to do better? I think that's really important. Those sort of things I think are really important in terms of like self-awareness, and it has to start with self. Sorry, my cat is jumping on top of me. What else is really important? Oh my gosh, there's so many things. So definitely start with self-awareness. Uh, as I mentioned, just get feedback, grab some tools, assessments. If you'd love to know more about some self-awareness tools, reach out to the team at LeadershipHQ. I think as well, leadership is absolutely about kindness and courage. To be a great human and to be a great leader, kindness is really, really fundamental. It's critical today. I think kindness is the new wave of leadership. I think empathy is the new leadership style. They all say that kindness is the new cool. Totally agree. Kindness is the new cool. How can you be kind? Starts with self again. The kinder and more compassionate you are to yourself, the kinder and more compassionate you are to others. I think embracing who you are, your imperfections, and also knowing that you're not perfect. Uh, owning what makes you unique, owning that not everyone's going to like you, and that definitely does take courage. Uh, knowing that you're going to make mistakes. I think that's really important, and that you're going to fail, but being kind to yourself, and the more kinder you are to yourself, again, the more you keep moving forward and being more courageous. I think kindness is really important as a leader. If you want to be a great human, a great leader, embrace kindness. Mm. Next one is courage. Hey, look, I used to think this word courage was this huge, big word, right? And like bravery and courage. And if you think about these awesome leaders around the world, like if you think of leaders who have been truly courageous, like Martin Luther King and Abraham Lincoln and Winston Churchill, and gosh, a lot of leaders today trying to navigate the crises and ups and downs of this pandemic, is that we can all be courageous. One of my favorite stories and leaders is Rosa Parks. I think it was the 1st of December 1955 when she decided not to give her seat up on a bus to a white American. And that moment of courage for her, she didn't even plan it. She didn't even think about it. I think she wanted it to stop. I think that, she decided that the segregation it couldn't continue. And that act of courage, that one act of courage changed the world, right? And the thing is, I know that seems like, again, a big act of courage, but the thing is, we can all do that. We can make that decision to be courageous. And it takes, even being on this call today, listening to me today takes courage. Me speaking to all of you today takes courage. It's really important that you embrace courage and be courageous, take risks, step up, stand up. I think another thing that's really important as a leader is confidence. Please believe in yourself. It's really important that you believe in yourself. I always think of the end in mind, my legacy, and believing in yourself. And you know what? If you only tick 6 out of the 10 boxes, that's okay. Just put your hand up, take risk, go say yes to opportunities, go out there, find a coach, a mentor to help you be courageous. And we coach and mentor a lot. We've coached hundreds of people over the last 15 years. So confidence really does matter. So build that confidence muscle, that courageous muscle. It's really important that you believe in yourself and that you're confident as well. Look, there's so many things that I could talk to you about what makes a great leader. They are definitely caring. They have great integrity. They are honest with themselves and with others. They're authentic. They're true to themselves. Like, what you see is what you get. You're watching me today. This is me. This is me. I have cats jumping on my lap when I'm doing lives. I laugh at myself. I am out there beating the great leadership drum. I want to build more great leaders and great humans. We want to help as many organizations and teams and people be great. We're super passionate about women in leadership. So I'm out there, I'm a single mom. Like, this is who I am, of the most remarkable daughter who is a great leader. So I think it's just embracing who you are and being seen, right? I think it's just really important that you allow yourself to be seen just leadership can make a real difference in your life. And please go out there and start learning about leadership. As I mentioned, there's so many books and authors that I truly love, like Patrick Lencioni, Ryan Holiday, Simon Sinek's great, Brené Brown's great, John C. Maxwell's great, Jim Collins is great. There's so many great people that write books. There's heaps of free resources online. Just start opening your mind up to this space of leadership, self-awareness. Really embrace this journey of self-discovery and self-awareness and emotional intelligence, right? It'll make a huge difference to all aspects of your life. Be kind as a leader. If regardless of whether you are leading teams or you are an individual contributor or out in the community, wherever, I can tell you now, the leaders that won, can I tell you all the people in that room in that awards and the people that won these awards, and a lot of them I didn't know, some of them I did, and the ones that I did know that won, was wonderful to see the judges, because it was really challenging to choose who were the winners, because they were all winners in our eyes. But can I tell you, they were all really kind. They were such kind, heartwarming, genuine, compassionate, vulnerable people. Like the CEOs in this room, were kind and compassionate and vulnerable people. People think that when you climb the ladder and you get into these traditional leadership roles where you become a CEO or a CPO or a CFO or COO, that you have to be tough, aggressive, and you have to be, that more, autocratic leader. And the thing is, I think you can still be strong as a leader with really good intent and kindness. If you really show that kindness and vulnerability and treat people with respect and care, you will go such a long way. If you ever step into those leadership roles. Also, definitely embrace courage. Courage is contagious. You can learn courage. It's so important. I've just written, I am mentioning a couple of my books today, but I just felt, because I am really passionate about my books, I've written a book called First Comes Courage. I'm really passionate about courage and to embrace and to inspire you all to be more courageous. You can build that courage muscle. Think about what you want to do. What do you need to call on that courage? Have you got a dream, a goal? Is there anything in your life that you feel that you need to be embracing this courage, and just do it? I remember when I first started public speaking, and can I tell you, I work with a lot of leaders to have a voice and to step up and stand up in front of groups. And that takes a lot of courage. A lot of people fear that, right? And I remember when I wanted to be a public speaker, there's, my dream is to be one of the globe's best motivational leadership speakers. When I started on this journey 15 years ago and I had this dream, right, the only way I knew I could do it, other than I did ask for advice and I watched lots of videos and read lots of books around public speaking, was I went and did it. And I remember one of the first times I spoke in front of this massive group of people down in Sydney at Luna Park. And it was let's just say it was a shit show, right? Because I turned up all excited, had flown myself down there, just started my business, just started my speaking career. And I wasn't expecting my session to be so popular around leadership, and either did the organizers. And everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everything went wrong. The mic didn't work. The slides didn't work. I asked for lapel and they only had a lectern, because I love to run around the room. And I thought, how am I going to do this? And I asked for a whiteboard. Anyway, everything that could go wrong did it. It was literally, I felt like I was standing in front of these group of people. Like, I think it was, I could feel myself going into panic mode. And I thought, and it was literally, I went, right, I've got this. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to laugh. And I burst out laughing in front of everyone. I told them exactly where we were at with slides and lecterns and whiteboards and what was going to happen. And everyone burst out laughing. And I just put myself out there and I did the best I could. And afterwards, so many people came up to me and said, you know what, and because I was like, I'm really wanting to build up my speaking career. And I learned a lot about that day, definitely around preparation and triple checking. But you know what? Do it, because you will look back on that courage that you've called upon. and you'll inspire others. You will, if you know that you know you can do it. If you can do it once, you can keep doing it. So call on this courage, call on this leadership, and just show up and be seen, right? I think that's really, really important. And own who you are. Own who you are. Oh, I forgot to mention, with self-awareness, get to know your values. So important. We've got a free values tool there as well. We've got a free values tool that I can send you, but Google free values tools. We've got our top 5 values. That's really key as a leader as well. And last but not least, confidence. Again, my book, Just Rock It. I wrote that for my beautiful daughter. I wrote that for anyone out there I want you to rock it, because I see so many people, like when I said to you before, when I go into a room and I'm doing a keynote or a workshop and I go, who here sees themselves as a leader? And it's like, oh, and I get it. That's a big word. It's believing in yourself, right? There's always been acts of leadership and courage that you've had in your life. Reflect on your life map, sit down and think about what will it take for you to be confident, and you can build that confidence. I believe confidence and building up this capability and skills and leadership are equally important. Believe in yourself. You've only got this one life. Think about the legacy you want to leave. I love building confidence in others. I love to inspire them to see their inner greatness, to embrace that, to learn from their mistakes, again, embrace that, to help them be even stronger and braver. Please believe in yourself, right? Because you're so amazing and wonderful, and you're much stronger and braver and more beautiful than you give yourself credit for. Because remember, and this is a Brené Brown thing, she talks about talking to yourself like someone you love. It's really, really important, because your thoughts do have power. Affirmations are brilliant. Visualization is brilliant. Journaling is brilliant. I do all that. I'm not saying I'm confident 24/7. I absolutely have those moments of imposter syndrome, but I go out there and I absolutely embrace the imposter syndrome. I embrace the courage. I'm kind to myself. I'm absolutely self-aware around what I stand for and who I am. And yeah, I think for me, there's some really great keys to being a great leader. I will be exploring more through my leadership coach blog and lives, more around how you can truly embrace greatness. Remember, greatness isn't a personality trait, it's a choice. All right. So I want you to choose to be great. I want you to choose leadership. I want you to choose courage. I want you to choose kindness. And I want you to really choose confidence and believe in yourself. And that starts with self-awareness. So I hope that's really inspired and supported you today. Please remember, if you want to grab my books, they're on my website, soniamcdonald.com.au. They're also on Booktopia and Amazon. Stay tuned for the Leadership Awards 2023. Nominations open on the 10th of October. Please nominate people. These are global awards. Please nominate people today. Reach out to us. One of our values, I mentioned the importance of values and getting to know your values and really espousing them, is wisdom. So if there's anything we can do to help you at Leadership HQ, from the team, at my team at Sonia McDonald or Leadership HQ, if you'd love us to come in and run a workshop, if you'd love me to speak at your next event or conference, reach out to us as well. But check out our free tools, and remember to stay kind and stay courageous and stay great. Thank you.